Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It is Friday evening. I started this video a little early. I was supposed to start at 6:15, but figured I'm usually a couple minutes late, so I'm trying to make up for all the times I'm late, I guess. So yeah, I appreciate everybody that could join in. We got 7 people watching right now. First one to the chat is Jay. Welcome, my friend. Malcolm Giles is hanging out with us. Malcolm's on the chats quite a bit. Malcolm missed the live stream yesterday. He had to go to sleep for work. No problem. I completely understand that. That's why there's always a replay option. And we got Marcus. Marcus is with us. I know he wasn't on our chat yesterday, so he'll be hanging with us for a little bit. Happy weekend to you as well. I got a busy weekend ahead. More soccer tournaments. My son, and they're loading up these tournaments lately. I think I got one on Saturday and Sunday. So, yeah, it's a commitment. These soccer leagues, you have to travel. There's, sometimes you're traveling an hour and a half away. Practices sometimes 2 nights a week. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of commitment there, but it's good. He's learning how to play the game. He'll get better and better, and it's good for him he's got a lot of energy. So I like him being in sports. It helps burn off that energy. Hey, what's going on, Ancient Mariner? Welcome to the chat. So I think I'll start off before I jump into the Hot 10 comics for the week by CBSI. I'm gonna show you guys a book that is going to be available tonight. At 7 p.m. So if you like it, I think it'll be a book that could sell out. It's a print run of only 300. So I do expect that it within a few minutes, it's very likely that it will sell out. It's a very popular artist right now. So I'm going to try to pick up a copy at 7. So I'm going to try to end this live stream before then. But I want everybody to know about it so you guys can kind of jump in and buy the same thing I'm looking at buying. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. See if you guys like this or not. Let me share my screen. Let's see here. There we go. You grab that email. What was it? Here it is. Okay, so the website that's selling it is Sanctum Santorium Comics and Oddities. Kind of like their website. It's cool. I bought a few things from them in the past. They're a good website. You know, they package things well. I've had no problems with them. I think 3 or 4 things I've bought from them have come in perfectly fine and mint condition. So this book, Sabrina #1, it's an Archie comic. Something Wicked. Is that a Bewitched? Is that the Bewitched? Yeah, the Bewitched homage. I remember that show, Bewitched. I'm old enough to remember that show when it was on. So this is the Peach Momoko. Is it Momoko? Momoko? He's been kind of a hot artist. A lot of his stuff's been selling out recently. Hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. I said it's by my dresser in our bedroom against the wall. Look by the dresser on the other side of the dresser. All right. Sorry, guys. I had to handle something real quick. So this is the book that I think it's $20, limited to 300 copies. It's a pretty damn low print run. I am almost positive it will sell out. Certainly the $20 books will sell out fast. Then the last thing that will sell out will be the 9.8 graded for $90. But I'm willing to bet that will sell out tonight. 300, that's pretty low. There's a lot of people are interested in Peach Momoko's art. I just like the cover. I just think it looks awesome. It's got a great design to it. I'm not a big fan of everything that Peach Momoko does, but I think this one has some collectability to it. I think it will be a hot book. Don't be surprised if this is on the hot 10 or hot 20 lists in the next few weeks. I think it could be. Don't know for sure, but you got 2 things going for it. You've got a low print run. You've got a character that's somewhat popular, right? Sabrina. And you've got a homage cover, which helps. And then you've got an artist that seems to be hot at the moment. So, yeah, you got several things going for it that I think will assist in its selling out. So that's one that I'm going to try to pick up for $20. So I thought I would let everybody know that watches my channel. 7 p.m. tonight. So in less than 40 minutes, this will be available for sale. I'm predicting that within an hour or two, maybe less than an hour, it should sell out. That's a pretty low print run, and I think there's plenty of Peach Momoko artists, fan artists or fans of the artist that would pick that up. So I don't know. That's what I'm going to try to grab tonight. And again, you don't have to buy like a trade dress and a virgin variant. It's just one thing for $20. So I kind of like those a little bit better than spending $40 or $50 on a trade dress plus virgin. And the virgin's really the book that everyone wants, and they kind of make you buy a trade dress. So I kind of like these deals a little bit better, and it's a super low print run. 300 is wicked low. So that's the one I'm going to grab tonight at 7 o'clock, or at least try to. Hopefully I can get one. But that's the Sabrina #1, premiering tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern on the website. I think there's maybe one other website selling it, so I don't think Sanctum Santorium is the only website. I do believe there is. I don't know if it's Mutant Beaver. I think it's Slab City. It's one of the UK sites is selling it as well. I would rather order from a company in the US. Less problems with shipping. I don't know. I'd rather just get it from a company that is in the US. So I'm going to grab it from Sanctum Santorium. I don't know when the book's released. Well, it does say, yeah, it just says pre-sale begins. So I don't know if they've got a date on the release of that book, but it's probably going to be sometime in March. All right, so that's kind of my little spec book tonight. Sabrina #1, Peach Mama Co. He's been a hot, going to sell out. But JR Comics says, hey, it's Friday. You're already hitting the bottle. Yeah. I just poured one shot of bourbon. So nothing too extreme. I might do a little wine later in the evening. Yeah, I'm a regular drinker. I mean, I never get drunk. I try not to. Maybe New Year's, one time a year, I get a little too much to drink. And that's usually because it's a social thing. But I'm not a heavy drinker, really. I'm a regular drinker. Let's put it that way. I don't know if that's any better or not. I think it's worse to binge drink and get drunk and get destroyed than just like someone who drinks. I think drinking 1 or 2 drinks a night. I don't do it every night. It's probably like every 2 or 3 nights. So maybe 3 times a week, 4 times. Every time I'm doing a stream, I seem to be having a drink. So everyone's gonna be like, "Nah, man, you're a freaking alcoholic, man. What are you talking about?" I can trust me. I'm not. I have low tolerance. I know my limits, as they say. All right, so let's jump into the Hot 10 list. Comic Book Invest. There was one thing I was going to show you guys. There was some this Cover Tunes once in a while kind of gives you some cool things to look at, and I liked one of the things they'd highlighted. Let's see here. Yeah, I love this cover. Steed and Mrs. Peel. We're Needed #2 from 2014. It's a Boom Studios book. There's a lot of Boom Studios books that have come out. I'm like, they made that? I mean, that looks pretty cool. So I told me there was something about this. It's kind of like a female spy type character. Just a really cool looking cover, and I found it pretty cheap. I found it for like, I think I bought one copy for like $3, and I think I got another one for like $8. So maybe with shipping, I paid like $15 for 2 copies of that. And I went on eBay, and there's none on eBay. So I don't know. That may be one to look at if you could find it. Here it says in the article that you might be able to find it in a dollar bin. So I don't know. That's probably a pretty low print run, but the artist is Alice Zhang. And she did a pretty nice job. I mean, it's a beautiful looking cover. So I grabbed 2 of those. I also grabbed this one, Torchy #3. Kind of a cool cover, and definitely hard to find in high grade or a decent grade because it's a white cover. Most of the copies I've seen on eBay are spine ticked, dented all the hell up. I found one that was like a very fine plus that looked pretty good, but I could not find a near mint copy or a near mint plus copy on eBay. So I don't know. That may be one to keep on your watch list. Again, I got it for cheap. I think I paid maybe, I don't know, $5, $6 plus shipping. So maybe I paid $10 with shipping. Just a cool looking book, cool looking cover. Artist is Olivia DeBaradinis. I don't know. Looks pretty cool. But again, this might be in dollar bins. I don't know. It's kind of an obscure book. Innovation Comics. I've never really heard of them. It's kind of an obscure indie. Just a cool looking cover. Definitely a Marilyn Monroe type of homage. So I just thought I'd mention those 2. That may be something to keep a lookout for. Maybe you can find those somewhere in your LCS or cheap online. Maybe on eBay you'll get lucky. All right, so let's go into the Hot 10 comics for the week ending February 28th. Man, this was a rough week. Stock market was on its butt. The coronavirus, I think this fights the coronavirus pretty well, doesn't Clorox and whiskey. I think if you Keep yourself well lubricated with whiskey. That'll probably help fight the virus. But man, it's been a rough week this week, as far as the stock market goes, anyways. So let's jump into it. There's honorable mentions. GI in Battle #5. This seems to be an older book, probably from the 40s or 50s. It says an 8.0 was about $50. A 7.5 sold this week for $2,520. Wow. Oh, Overstreet has a value of $50 at an 8.0. So again, Overstreet, I don't know who's buying Overstreet price guides. It's interesting. They're sometimes not very accurate. I'm not going to say they're always wrong. I think they're right on certain things, but seems like some of these older 40s and 50s books, they seem to be a little bit off. And I don't know how they can be on. I mean, there's such very few of them ever sold. So this is just kind of an outlier. I don't know. I don't know that many people that are collecting GI in Battle. But some of these older books, man, if you find them at garage sales or pawn shops, they're worth picking up. You never know. You might have a gem there, especially if it's in high grade. The other honorable mention is DC versus Marvel #1. Some people are taking Ethan Van Sciver and a blog site that I will not name seriously when they say that DC will shut down production if their 5G series fails. Speculation is that Marvel will then buy DC, and then here we are. Anyways, the series is seeing a little more action than normal because of it, and #1 will run you about $10 at the moment. I do have that entire set in my collection. It's a pretty good read. It's a good book. It's a good series. I think it's a 4-issue series, DC versus Marvel. There's some cool scenes in those books. Superman picks up Thor's hammer, and he's got the Captain America shield, and it's pretty cool. And I think he goes toe-to-toe with the Hulk, which is awesome. So, yeah, I definitely recommend having that in your PC collection. I wouldn't view it as a spec, more of if you don't own it in your collection, I think it's a good one to have. All right, number 10 on the list is Jenka. #1, the Freddie Williams 1 in 25 variant. Definitely the better cover of all the covers. I didn't like the A cover very much. I did not buy any of these books. I do have Jenka's first appearance, so I think I have the more important book. And I have the first when she becomes a turtle, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #95. That's a key book to have. And I think the other one is 51, which my good friend Marcus sent me, which is awesome that he did that. So I do have the first appearance of Jenka already in my collection. But that's a cool looking cover. I mean, I think if you could find that for the right price, that could be a good pickup, especially if you're a big fan of the Turtles. So keep your eye on that one, going for around 30 to 35 right now. So definitely selling a little bit over ratio. #9 is Bang #1, the second print. So I didn't pick up the first print at all, either cover. And I did pick up the second print, so I guess I guessed right. I don't know. I got lucky. The second print's going for more than the first print, which is interesting. It's going double the first print at $15. So, yeah, probably low print run. I think it's a better cover. The cover on it is a lot better than the A cover on the first print. So sometimes these later printings, if they change the cover, tend to be desirable in the marketplace. And Bang #1, it is optioned already. So, you know, as soon as a trailer drops or that hits Netflix, or I think Netflix has a deal with Dark Horse, so it's likely to be on Netflix. So that book could see some heat down the road. So if you can probably get that, I think if you can get that under $10, that might be a good buy. I would recommend it. #8 is Batman #89, the printing error, which is not real common, obviously. There were 13 sold copies ranging in the price range of $225 to $350. And now there's less than 10 current listings. Once those listings sell, how scarce will this be? I'm not a big fan of buying printing error type books because they long-term don't usually do really well historically, but I don't know if there was a printing error variant of Harley Quinn, would that book be worth more than the regular right now? Absolutely. So um, I won't disparage anyone that picks up that book thinking that long term, who knows, Punchline could be a major character in the DC universe. Maybe she won't. I don't know. It's hard to say. But if she ends up becoming a major character that they continue to promote and becomes anywhere near the status of a Harley Quinn, I would imagine that book is going to be worth a little bit more than $200 to $300. So yeah, how scarce it is, it's hard to say, right? I don't know. I've got my Batman 89 second. I got my Batman 89 B cover coming. I don't know if the B covers have that printing error or not. I don't know about that, so I don't know. I'll be checking mine to see if it's in there, but I'm pretty sure Midtown's going to scrub all that. They're probably going to grab any of the errors and pull them out. I'm pretty sure. So I'm not expecting that to happen. Number 7 on the list is Batman 89, the regular A cover. It is a cool looking cover. I did not pick up that issue, so I am missing the A cover on Batman 89. I had it on my pull list, but I put it on my pull list too late, so I did not get a copy of that. But I do have one copy of the B cover that I pre-ordered, so I'm okay. I'm happy with that. So that is considered the cameo / first appearance. So I think the price on that book has settled down a tad, maybe $35 to $40. I wouldn't be surprised if that, if it comes down a tad, but it's interesting the comment by CBSI here at the end. They said MLB stepped in on baseball cards to clarify the rookie card. Why can't it be done the same in comics? I kind of agree. I kind of wish the comic book industry, I don't know if it's going to be CGC, somebody needs to step up and say, here's what a first appearance is. Here's what a cameo is. Let's get some clarification, because people are all over the board and people are debating online. It seems to be a heated subject. But yeah, it would be kind of nice if the comic book industry would sort of come to a decision on that. Number 6 on the list is Star Wars: The Rise of Kylo Ren, number 3. This is the Landini 1 in 25 variant. Very cool cover. Everything Star Wars, Kylo Ren has been hot lately, and that's not a big surprise. This was a $20 to $25 book, so selling near ratio not that long ago. Now selling at $40 to $45. It is the first appearance of a character named Avar Kriss. I think she shows up as like a hologram in the issue, so I don't know. It's first appearance. Is it first full appearance? Maybe not. That's debatable. I won't even comment on that. But she will have future appearances in the High Republic series, so people are chasing down that book right now. Number 5 on the list is Hulk number 1 from 2008. This is the Ed McGuinness, Jeff Loeb run. Red Hulk. He's going to be coming supposedly in the She-Hulk series from Disney Plus. Most people are convinced that the Red Hulk will make an appearance. That could be pretty cool, and obviously that will add a lot of heat to this book. 9/8s have been selling in the $200 to $300 range. That is pretty crazy when you consider this was a $25 raw book just a few weeks ago. Yeah, this book was not hard to find all day long. You could buy that on eBay, maybe even as low as $15 to $20. But now it's certainly getting a little bit more love. I do have a copy of that book in my collection, so it's nice to see it on the list. So far I have technically I'm going to count number 7. I have 89. I just have the B cover. So I'm going to say I have 3 of the 6 books so far. All right, number 4 on the list is Spider-Man: The Black Cat Strikes, number 2, the David Nakayama 1 in 25 variant. That's not a cover that I would normally be like jonesing to buy, but I can see why people like it. $20 book now selling for $60. I can see why it's appealing to some people. It's a cool looking cover of Black Cat. and it is pretty limited. Don't think a lot of people were buying that book heavily. It's an issue number 2. Spider-Man, Black Cat miniseries. I mean, it's probably not a lot of shops probably ordered 25 copies of that book. So again, I can see why that book is hot at the moment. Probably, if not that many for sale out there. Number 3 is X-Men number 4. Pretty high print run book back in the day. Those first 10 issues of X-Men were printed in the hundreds of thousands. So if you have that in your collection, you're seeing some movement on it. Omega Red's first appearance, and there are rumors and photos, supposedly photos of Omega Red on the set of Falcon. It doesn't sound like that's confirmed yet, but either way, this is a good book to have in your collection. I don't think I have that one in my collection at all. But first appearances are always good to have, and 9/8s that were selling a little bit below $100 last week have jumped up to $150 to $180. So just be aware of that book. That might be one to look for down the road. Number 2 is Bitterroot number 6, the Chris Brunner 1 in 10 variant. This is the homage to Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee, that Spike Lee movie. It's a really cool cover. I love it. I love the coloring and the design of that cover. I kind of wish I had noticed it. If I had really seen that cover, I probably would have bought it because I really think that's a cool cover. But I didn't. I mean, I could have bought that for probably $17 to $20 on Midtown. Now it's selling $125 to $200. What I'm kind of hoping is in a few months, maybe 6 months from now, the price on that might drop back down near $50, $60. I think that would be a good pickup. So I am looking for that book down the road, but yeah, paying over $100 for that now, I probably wouldn't do that right now. But definitely a cool looking book. And Bitterroot is a popular book. There's a lot of people that support it, and it seems to be doing well for Image. Number 1 on the list, no surprise, this week is Hell Arisen number 3. This is the James Tynion, Steve Epping, and Javi Fernandez are the artists, and it's the first full appearance of Punchline. I don't think there's any debating that at this point. DC would love for you to believe that, nope, you need to go out and get Batman 92. Obviously, they want to sell more books, but the first full appearance is going to be Hell Arisen number 3. On my channel a couple weeks ago, I mentioned that Hell Arisen is the book you want to pick up. That's the book you want to pre-order. I pre-ordered 2 A covers, and I do have a B cover pre-ordered, so I will have 3 copies, which is nice. Selling for $40 to $50 right now, supposedly. Yeah, cool looking book. First appearance of a character that may continue to be a hot character. I don't know. So I'm sure there's lots of people that are speculating on that. But yeah, good book to have in your collection. And the print run on that is probably fairly low. We won't know the numbers until probably the end of March when Comic-Con releases the print run numbers on that. But I gotta imagine it's less than 25,000. I don't think they did a big print run. Obviously, it's going to a second printing. I would not be surprised if it goes to a third printing as well. So if you missed the first printing, you may want to make sure your shop can reserve a second printing for you, especially if you just want to have the story in your collection. I'm not telling you to go out and spend $40 to $50 on that book right now. But you just never know with these characters. You don't know if this is going to be a character that has some length to it or not. But yeah, that's the number 1 book for the week. So let's go back into the chat real quick and see who has joined us. I'm sure there's going to be several here. I haven't checked the chat in a little while here. So hey, we have Dwayne, not Wayne. I keep calling Dwayne Wayne. I've done that several times. He's very kind to me to let me know. Dwayne's a good guy. He's got a great shop here in Brandon, Florida, off of near 301. He's got a great comic book shop. If you're ever in the Tampa area, swing on by the Comics Club and meet Dwayne. He'll take care of you. He's a good guy. He's got lots of back issues. Great store. So yeah, check out Dwayne's Comics Club. Steed and Mrs. Peel were the main characters of the show. They were basically spies. There you go. So Dwayne knows a little bit more about that than I do. Yeah, Emma Peel. So there you go. Marcus brought us up to speed. Men Appeal, Emma Peel. There you go. We see the connection. Let's see what else we got going on. Ancient Mariner says innovation did a lot of the TV show books, Beauty and the Beast, Dark Shadows. There you go. So they've been around, I guess. I just haven't really paid much attention to them. We got Superior Hero Reviews. What's going on, my friend? Welcome to the chat. Comics Club loves the Overstreet price guide. No doubt about it. It's a valuable tool. Good to have at your ready. I have a couple old ones in my. I like looking at some of my old ones just to see what some of those prices on those older books were at the time. It's kind of cool to have that. Let's see here. Dwayne says that image, Superman holding Cap shield and Thor's hammer, is my favorite image in the comic book history. There you go. I agree, Dwayne. That's an awesome. That series is great to have in your collection. I think it's well worth buying that. It's a good read, just a good book, good series to have in your PC. Flyfox Pro, hello, my friend. How you doing? Let's see here. So Comics Club says, yeah, what they should do is just do first brief appearance, first full appearance. That sounds very simple. I like that. I think cameo needs to be taken out of the equation, because a cameo can also be another character showing up in that book, right? That can be considered a cameo. So yeah, I think they need to get rid of the word cameo and just use, yeah, like you said, first brief appearance, first full appearance. There you go. All right, Ancient Mariner says, first lips, first toenail, first time in a propeller hat. That's right. We want to break everything down to the nitty gritty. Dwayne is correct. Market always determines the value, no doubt about it. That is the ultimate arbiter of value is the marketplace, eBay, whatever you want to call it. All right, we've got Tats Comics. What's going on, my friend? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, no problem, Dwayne. Always want to give you some love. You got a great shop. Appreciate everybody in the chat. It's getting close to where I'm going to shut down. I wanted to just do a kind of a brief live stream. I did a more lengthy one last night. I was on there for over 2 hours. So hopefully everybody was able to catch that. I did. That is on the. You can replay that on my channel and check that out. Did talk about a few things that are worth mentioning. First appearances, things that are coming up. Definitely pre-orders for the month of May. Everybody should try to pre-order their books if they can. Save a little money. Make sure that you get the book. So if there's a hot book, you've already pre-ordered it. That saves you a lot of hassle. So that's it, guys. I appreciate everybody tuning in. 13 people in the chat. Hopefully I mentioned everybody. I think I did. I don't think I left anybody out. Everybody have a great evening. I'll be on here again probably over the weekend. Usually I'll do the cover price top 20 list, usually on Sunday, maybe Sunday evening. I may pop in on other people's live streams. I do that periodically on the weekend, so I may do that. So, hey, everybody have a great weekend, and I will see you soon.